I will say the bus driver was unfazed. I saw her. She was so chill. She was on her phone as people were just tagging it up.
Bro, she's the bus driver. This is just a Tuesday to her. She's a bus driver in Los Angeles. People are like, oh my God, it's so sad the bus is on fire. Bro, the bus is sad.
Yeah.
I've just seen a regular bus. Ride the bus regularly. Lewis, you know what I'm fucking talking about. Welcome back to Sleepover. My name is Danny Cabral.
I'm Vince Caldera.
I'm Luis Lamos.
And guess what, folks? Today is a very special day. It is our very first episode back, right?
Yeah.
After a huge week for the boys.
Post Dodgers World Series victory.
Post Dodgers World Series victory. Pretty rough day for Vince, if we're being honest, but we're gonna get to that. But other than that, what a week! What a splendid day! Oh my God! Besides the day you had, Vince, think about the city in general.
I mean, overall, the week has been good.
Yeah.
It's also only Monday.
Dude, but
the week starts on Sunday.
Look at this hat, everybody. The Dodger blue.
That's a nice hat.
I mean, I was wearing the darker blue, but now I think I'm ready to start wearing the official blue. I feel like I didn't. If I would have felt like a real ass bandwagoner if I would have just jumped into the real blue. I was like, I got to ease my way into it, dude.
I didn't wear my Dodger hat until they won.
Really?
Because I wore it for the NLCS game too, and they got smoked, and I was like, I can't wear the Dodger hat until they win it all.
Okay.
I was I felt like I was cursing them.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of needed it at each game. I was like,
yeah. A lot of people would have been mad to see you in that hat too. You have haters. You don't even know them. It's so funny. Like I sent you a friend of mine who's just like, fuck that guy.
They're mad at me.
They're like, fuck that N-word, Lewis.
That's crazy. That's what I always say.
That's what
I will forever be the enemy of Latinos that say the N-word.
Yeah.
I'm the last bastion against them.
You know what they say, dude? People hate people who are just like them, you know? The people who hate me the most look just like me. You tell me what that means. One of my favorite Jack Harlow lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude,
I was trying to figure out who said that because it sounded familiar.
Yeah. And honestly, but I'll tell you about Game 5 last week, right? Let me tell you.
That was the last game.
Game 5, my experience. Game 4, you guys saw very quiet episode of Sleepover Pod. But I'm happy because
a lot of quiet contemplation.
I hope y'all like the episode. If it is our least watched episode, I completely understand.
We kind of jinxed the Dodgers.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of wanted just to enjoy Game 5, though. But Game 5 happens. I'm driving home from work, and the Dodgers are already down 5-0. And I'm like, I can go to my parents' house in my work uniform and just watch the game there. And if I do that, I know the Dodgers will lose, and I'm just going to come back to my place. However, in my head, I'm like, nah, I'm going to go home, pack the Dodger jersey, shower up, because I think these motherfuckers are going to come back because I know I'm going to go out after, and I'm going to have a wild time. And I'm like, nah. So I turn the car around. I don't go to my parents' house. I drive here. I take a shower. As I get out of the shower, I'm folding my clothes. I'm getting ready. Kike Hernandez gets on base, and I'm like, oh,
it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
And then I put on the Dodger jersey. Freddie Freeman gets that hit. I'm like, what the fuck did I say, dude? Once that jersey went on, I was just like, I knew it, dude. I knew it. I knew that they were going to come back. And I'm driving over to my parents. It's already 5-5. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going out tonight. I'm going out. And they win. Just like I thought.
Yeah.
Just like I thought, dude.
So if you had visited your parents, you think it would have
If I would have went there straight from work, I would have went with the anticipation that the Dodgers were going to lose that game, and I would not have gone out. But by coming back home here, I came with the expectations that they were going to win the game because I knew I was packing the extra clothes to get ready to go out. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I came home to look fresh. Because if I would not have looked fresh, I wouldn't have wanted to go out. And boy, did I look fresh.
Yeah, you had the
Dodger jersey on.
Yeah.
You know.
So Vince, we ended up having a pretty crazy night. I'm sad you didn't come out with us.
I was working at the Upright Citizens Brigade on Wednesdays.
Where were you working at like 11 at night?
I went home. I was tired that night.
Bro, you needed to be
How
there.
often does this happen?
Well, I mean,
maybe
when we have a good team, it might be happening more often.
Good, yeah.
So,
no, don't you start that
on.
shit, motherfucker. I was about to say the word right now. I was about to say it. You got me so mad for a split second. And you're like that spider. I had to catch myself.
I will say, seeing that much like chaos and destruction, I couldn't believe how happy I was seeing all of that.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful, right?
Man, so Daniel and I went to Echo Park, like maybe a mile or two from Dodger Stadium.
From the epicenter. Yeah.
So I remember it was like we were just seeing the flow of traffic and it was slowing down. We're like, okay, something's brewing. And then we park, we're walking up, and then as we're walking up, there's like a group of like teenagers drinking, it looks like.
yeah.
And one of them sees Daniel, and I assume he's your homie, and he just daps us up. Never met him before in our life.
Yeah.
And this is how we knew it was going to be a good ass night.
But then that backfired on me completely because this
Why?
guy dapped me up like he knew me. And this other guy I see down the street, crowd of people, looks at me, raises out his hand to dap me up. And I'm like, oh, this guy's my friend. He's going to dap me up. I dap him up. He gives me a confused look. And then I turn around, and there's a guy reaching out to dap him up. He was not reaching out to dap me up at all.
So you caught someone else's.
I caught someone else's
You
dap.
just picked it up.
Yeah,
You
I picked it up.
intercepted
Yeah, bro, like, he got picked off, bro. I called his ass out. That's his fault, bro. He should have been. You should dab up anybody. The Dodgers just won.
It's like a free period.
It's a free period of
Yeah.
dapping, dude, and we should be having a good time. But honestly, it was such a fun fucking night.
It was funny because it just went from like seeing, oh, there's a guy on top of a car waving a Dodger flag to, oh, there's a bus on fire. And I've never seen that much fire in my life before.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you.
Which bus was it? Do you know which numbered
Number
bus
4
it was?
bus.
Yeah.
Number 4. That
Yeah.
one, that's a pretty important bus, to be honest.
It was
Yeah.
one of the long ones with the springy thing
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
middle.
yeah,
yeah.
And what's funny was, so, it's fully stopped, like traffic is dead, and you still see people on the bus. You see the bus driver, and it starts getting tagged on, and you're like, that kind of sucks. They empty it out, and then people start trying to clean it. They're like, oh, no, you can't do that to the bus. And then just more people show up just to tag it up. And then it's just fully tagged up, and people start climbing on top. And then at some point, it's like, 30 people on top of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bus?
How did they get on top of the bus?
They climb.
Climb.
But like, what did they use to like foot them? Their
Bro,
They
Mexi-
grab I think the mirrors.
That's what we do, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man. you build it, we'll climb it, bro.
Yeah, I don't think we have to say what ethnicity was on top of the bus. It was one ethnicity on top of the bus. We're very familiar with them. We grew up with them,
They're
maybe.
good to go, man. I will say this, man. People reached out and they DM me because I posted this stuff on my Instagram. They said, sad, so sad about the bus on fire.
Yeah, I
And
showed my girlfriend the footage, and she was not like as excited as I was. She's like,
well, I feel like I can see both sides. Like, imagine you're the bus driver. Like you're at work during the celebration. Someone
Vince, I will
hijacked your
say-
vehicle and it's on fire.
I will say the bus driver was unfazed. I saw
Yeah.
her. She was so chill. She was on her phone as people were just tagging it up.
That's crazy.
she's the bus driver. This
That's-
is just
that's
a Tuesday to her. She's a bus driver in Los Angeles. People are like, oh my God, it's so sad the bus is on fire. Bro, the bus is sad.
Yeah.
I've just seen a regular bus. Ride the bus regularly. Lewis, you know what I'm fucking talking about.
I will say there have been times I've been on the bus and I've been sad and I'm like, man, I hope this shit blows up. And now that I've seen a real bus blow up, I'm like, it's kind of giving me PTSD. Now that when I drive around and I see buses, I'm like, I know what happens if you throw a firework in there now.
This shit's like speed, bro.
There was this one thing I saw online that was like this guy that's like, people make fun of me for riding the bus. Every morning, I ride a $200,000 vehicle. It's like, how are you gonna hate on me for riding the bus?
Takes a picture just like
Dude, when you ride the bus and it's only you, you feel like a king.
that is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I will say.
It's like a limo, dude.
Especially if it's like a hot summer day and it's just you, like it rips.
You know, it's nice because, like, let's say you have an Uber, and that you have a personal driver. A bus, you could also like take a shit if you want, and they just got to keep driving. You could take a piss because I've seen people do that.
There's no bus rating. They don't
There's no
rate you.
Yeah, they don't rate you. They gotta pick you up, dude. You could smoke meth on the bus.
Yeah, the bus should
I've
be like
seen
a
it.
reality show. Like, what happens when we put 60 people in one vehicle
Well, there
together?
used to be the fucking advertisements that just said "Don't punch bus drivers." Like they
Yeah.
had to tell us not to do that,
Bro, because you kept on doing it.
bro. They kept fucking not accepting my change.
Bro, sometimes they'd be doing that, dude. Sometimes they're like, if it's not exact,
It costs $175 to ride the bus now, which means if you put in $2, you think you're getting back that quarter?
All throughout
Fuck no.
COVID, the bus was free, which I thought was pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
that means we could afford to have a free bus, bro.
Yeah, that is true, and you're right.
I
And
will-
that's why you should vote.
I will say this, dude. The metro, it was a metro, right? That got lit
Yeah.
up. There was a point where the dash was going through. Nobody touched the dash.
No one got close.
Everyone was like, "Leave that motherfucker alone. He's strapped."
The dash is like 50 cents to get on it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fuck with that bus, bro. They know that bus is carrying.
The dash goes to like 2 places.
The bus has hepatitis on it right there.
Literally.
Yeah, I didn't want that bus to get next to me.
It did feel like the scene in Dawn of the Dead when they're in the buses and they're pushing through. Like that's what the Dash bus felt like.
It was fighting its way through that shit, but it was just wild to see. But
Vince, there was one part that was really fucking scary when I keep wanting to call it the Dodger celebration, but it feels more like the Dodger riot, which I don't mind. I like the idea of it being a riot.
Yeah,
the riot police were there.
When I think of the LA riots, I'm just like, yeah, I believe the city burned itself down because we did that shit and we won. Bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't imagine.
We were all happy doing it.
Can you imagine what LA would have done if we would have blown Game 5? If that was us,
if they reverse swept,
if we got reverse swept because we did this shit and we won. Can you imagine how angry we would have been, bro?
Do you think they'd get that angry where they would go out in the street?
Yeah.
We burned it when we won.
Burned down the bus when we won, bro. Can you imagine? We would burn down Little Tokyo. Little Tokyo would be, bro, Koreatown would be in ashes.
It's
people,
all these specific towns.
Yeah, people would be like, why did you burn down Koreatown? People were like, that's close enough. We burned down everything. Little Tokyo would be gone for sure.
Oh, there was one part, Vince, where it was like really scary. Where I was on my phone, like, and the huge crowd is just in front of us. I don't know what you were looking at, Daniel, but there was just suddenly a giant explosion, and we look up, and there's just a huge cloud of smoke in the middle of the people, and legitimately, I was like, "Oh, a bomb went off, and people died right now."
Yeah,
but
you
then,
thought that.
Yeah, and then the cloud goes away, and everyone just starts moshing.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, this is what we're in for.
That was one of the most insanely retarded things I've ever seen. Because it literally felt like an IED kind of. I mean, I've never known what that shit feels
IED?
like a fucking explosion,
Okay.
like a fucking giant explosion.
It's like Hurt Locker. You had to go in there and you had to.
There's fireworks, and then there's something that you feel like in your chest and your heart where you're like, that like actually legitimately scared me.
Yeah,
and now that's what that one felt.
Yeah,
like.
when you feel like the shockwave hits you, like. It is sobering.
Some fireworks just like get you by surprise. This one got us by actual just like feeling.
I wonder if it's like one of those things where like people kind of like they break apart other fireworks to make bigger fireworks. Like you've seen that before.
Or sometimes they. We have not seen that before.
Not, yeah,
that's a Caldera
that
thing.
Is some Riddler shit, dude. That is some.
What are you talking about?
My dad once tried to make like a little cannon, like to shoot
a bazooka. You mean?
A
What do you
bazooka?
mean,
Yeah,
cannon?
a little cannon.
Bro, just buy another gun.
Just buy another gun. He's not allowed to.
He's like, bro,
you gotta make your own guns.
You had something very funny happen to you at the celebration.
So here's this thing.
Funnier than the.
Yeah. Can you pass me some water before I get into this deep discussion, dude?
I want to paint the picture. So at one point in the night, we meet up with some comic friends. Daniel and our friend Dom want to go get like drinks at a liquor store. And there's a huge line, and these fuckers are ready.
Yeah.
They're like chained up the front door, and they're like letting one person in at a time. So we're in this long line. It's all just fucked up Dodger fans. Like the foods behind us just have like Mexico flag too. And then right before we walk in, what happens?
Right before I walk in, I see this girl that I went out with a little bit during 2023.
Yeah.
And then she ghosted me.
last year.
Yeah, last year. And she ghosted me. And she walks right out of the liquor store. And I'm just like, hey. And she's like, oh, hey, what's up? And then I'm like, oh, did you move back? And then she's like, no, I'm just like visiting. And then she's like, didn't you used to be an Angel fan? And she says that shit just like loud in front of everybody.
Everyone in the line is just like, oh.
That's funny.
And she's trying to cook me. And I'm like, oh my God, this girl ghosted me and she's trying to dunk on me right now. And I'm like, what
Wait, you didn't say anything sassy right before that?
What did I say? Maybe I did.
I feel like you would have.
You know
I don't
me,
feel
bro.
like she would have said that unprompted.
You know me, I'm a sassy kind of guy. Maybe, bro. You know how I play the game.
It's time to play the game.
It's time to play the game. But yeah, she said that shit really loud and everyone was like, oh. And I was like, oh my God, bro. I'm about to get cooked in front of all these people. And then I looked right at her and I was like, didn't you move to New York? And then
the line just explodes.
Bro, that shit got an enormous pop. Like, oh. And then her friend's like, we got to go. And then she just ran off.
We gotta go.
And then I think I told somebody something. I was like, bro, I had to cook that bitch real quick.
You yelled it. What do you mean?
Okay,
What do you mean you told someone you yelled that?
What can I say, folks? It was the heat of the moment, dude. And yeah, I did. And then I ran into her.
Again?
So I ran into her again.
Right after that?
Ran into her again later on. And then eventually she told me why she ghosted me. And I think this is a silly reason.
This is a big topic. This is going to be a big topic of discussion.
This is going to be the
at?
biggest topic of discussion.
You're like, didn't you move to New York? And then like you slowly, like you got like this shining spotlight down on you. And then this is the reason you guys.
No. She goes, bro, she got like straight up Avada Kedavra by that thing. I was so proud. I was like, damn, she got cooked. And you tried hitting me with that shit
She
today.
tried hitting you with Voldemort. She tried fucking, and you redirected that spell.
I straight up was like Prince Zuko. I redirected that lightning.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I kind of want to break down this thing later, but let's go into why she ghosted you.
Okay, for first, I run into this girl and we chat again, and then we end up kissing and such, you know. Blah blah
Wait,
blah.
this is when you ran into her. You started kissing her.
Yeah, you know, because Lewis was there and I had to do, you know. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, so just to be
Doesn't
clear,
make sense to me. Go on.
we were hanging out with Andrew Cottle and Ryan Shoemaker.
Yeah.
And then people started climbing up on the bus, and Daniel's like, I need to go record this. And he just runs into the crowd. And then like half an hour goes by, and I'm like, that was my ride. I don't know where he's at. I'm kind of scared. And I started looking for him in the crowd, and I see him talking to the girl, and he's making out with her at this point. So I'm like, okay, so you put in work at least.
Hey.
You didn't abandon me for nothing.
I did not. And look, folks, for the people that listen to Sleepover, I don't make out with people, dude. This is it was a one-time thing.
Okay.
And you know, then what am I saying?
You
right
don't
now?
make out with people?
I don't make out with people, dude. All I do is record
let's
the pod.
rewind a bit.
Let's
Why-
rewind a bit, because I don't. Here's the thing: this girl, she told me why she ghosted me, and this flabbergasted me. And to this day, I'm just like, that is such a ridiculous reason in my head, and I want the ladies' opinion on this because I feel like this is a little much.
All two of you.
Oh no, look. I was like, so what was the deal? Because everything was good, you know, everything was gravy. You know,
Everything was gravy.
Everything was
Everything was
Everything was gravy. We went on some dates.
It's just funny, bro.
Everything was
You say
nice.
shit like this, and people are like, fucking kiss me right now.
Oh, dude, imagine Vince. I
imagine Daniel's line right before he kisses someone is like, you probably want to kiss me, huh? You're
Of all the
stupid."
stadiums in Los Angeles, you walk right into mine.
That is something I've told a girl. I was like, you look like you want to kiss you right now, and then she's like, what? I'm like, I didn't say you could. I just said you look like it. And I'm like, why are you looking at me like that?
All right.
That-
So the
Go
reason
on.
we'll get to
Everything's
that,
gravy.
That thing you sent me today, I want to talk about too. But then she told me the reason why is because I followed OnlyFan girls on Instagram, and then I was like, I do, and then she's like, yeah, you follow OnlyFan girls on Instagram, and I thought, and I was like, oh yeah, I do follow OnlyFan girls on Instagram. However, I know them personally, and I went to like college with them. Like I went to college with one. I know who you're talking about. We're friends. It's not like I just follow a bunch of like random bitches on Instagram.
You're not like a thirsty dude.
Yeah, I'm not like a thirsty dude like
Yeah.
those guys that just like follow and like a bunch of things. Like I know this girl. I know I can name
You
her.
do comment very sexy on the post.
That's so
though.
funny.
Yeah,
It's so funny. I'm
Check
like,
your message.
check your message. Check DM. So
I'd really like to get to know you.
so beautiful. I'm like, I follow one OnlyFans. So beautiful. I follow like two OnlyFans girls, and one of them is wants to do our pod, and then another one is somebody that I met at her birthday party. And I was like, I know who you're talking about. And she's like, yeah, but I just can't allow that. I'm like, wait, what the fuck happened to like sex work is work and all this progressive Gen Z
Did
like
she post
shit?
that?
No, yeah, because like she's really Gen Z, very pro this, pro that. And I'm like, wait, what happened to all that? She's like, yeah, I just can't like, I don't know, I just can't like, my friends can't see that, and that's not cool. And I'm like, what the?
Your
wait.
friends can't see that?
And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Like, I'm telling you right now. I'm like, I'm not. I don't know. You're telling me I can't be friends with somebody that I've known since college. And you're not even my girlfriend. And that's a little much. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't.
I heard an interesting perspective because I was talking to our good friend Ari Kaplan,
Yeah.
lawyer of the pod.
Yeah.
And he was like, me personally, if I was a girl, it's 100 times worse if you say they follow you back.
Yeah. That's so
Because then it's like, oh, he might be able to fuck these girls.
That's so
I'd be
fun.
jealous about that if I was a
Really?
girl.
And
What do you think, Vince?
They're gonna see the sexy body for sure.
Yeah, dude, the person that I follow on OnlyFans is like a sister to me. A stepsister, but a sister nonetheless.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of
You're
footage.
stupid.
I've
No,
seen
no.
plenty of footage
But
of
like
step siblings getting along really well.
That's so funny. But I was like trying to explain. I was like, it's not my fault. My friend is big on OnlyFans. That is what she does. It's like if somebody was a comedian. It's like that is her profession, and I'm not going to unfollow her because
She's like, you follow Jaime? You're like, but he follows me back, baby.
that's so funny.
He's on Tiger Belly.
He's on Tiger Belly, and Jaime met the person I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
well,
bro,
actually, a lot of people have met her.
yeah. And I'm like, bro, I'm not going to unfollow a friend because you're just uncomfortable with that. I'm like, that's her own life. That's fucking. I'm like, that's your own uncomfortability, bro. And honestly, like I think that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Ladies, what do you think? I understand that point of view, but I don't think I'm willing to like throw away a friendship just because somebody's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think, Vince? Give me your, because I feel like you have a very progressive point of view on things.
I mean,
but you go out of your way to disagree with me about some things.
because it's fun.
So I want to
But-
see your
But yeah, I mean, I don't think it should really matter like what the person does for work unless
Yeah.
it's something that's genuinely terrible. You know.
Yeah. And I'm not out here liking pictures of ass and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like
You're
that.
just- you're
no,
screenshotting them.
no, I swear.
You screenshot them.
You're so stupid. You screenshot
You don't
them.
like him, you screenshot
That's so
him.
funny. And look, I think you're so dumb. I screenshot them, and then I said,
So my friends can see
I
them.
sent them to Vince. I'm like, have you seen this? I think if somebody's boyfriend is liking pictures of ass and stuff, I'm like, all right, that's something that's a lot. But if I know somebody that's popular for, that's what they do.
What they do. It's like
Bro.
liking Vince's stand-up clips.
Yeah, honestly, but I'm not liking the pictures of the ass. Like if they post and this person has a boyfriend too, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, OF people can have.
They can- yeah, and I'm-
I'm so all I remember when OF stood for Odd Future.
Womp, 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 womp.
Vince once again doing tricks on it, bro. Dude, I love the term. We'll go back to this conversation, but I love the term doing tricks on it.
And chicks on it, yeah.
But
Yeah, I think if it's their job, it's fine.
yeah. And I was just like, I just really I'm like, that's really what made you. I even told my sister, and she's like, that's fucking. That felt like a bullshit reason. I was like, I don't know. That felt like a little cop.
Well, do
You're
they
gonna see her
follow
again?
anybody that's like not problematic? Not that it's problematic to be an OF person, but like
No,
where
yeah.
you'd be like, why do you
Questionable?
follow this baseball player?
Personally, dude, honestly, like I don't. If you could follow whoever you want to follow, I never would. That wouldn't bother me because it's like I don't care. I don't have enough time to look through who you fucking follow.
Yeah, check this out.
Yeah,
I
she
don't follow
follow-
anybody, dude. You know why? Because I'm a leader.
Yeah. She
There we go.
offered-
She's like, why do you follow Adam22? She's like, I know him.
that's great. Yeah, that's one where I'd be like, what the fuck? Do you follow
I
Adam
know
to?
him. What do you mean you know him?
Yeah, she smoked cigarettes, and then I was like, well, no, that's something for me. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to.
You don't like that?
I don't
Not
like,
at
dude.
all.
People that smoke cigarettes, I feel like that's so unattractive.
Yeah, she offered me a cigarette like 3 times, and I was like, no, I don't want a fucking cigarette. Like,
Yeah.
that shit away from me.
I do like when I'm smoking, and then I do a Haley where I exhale into her mouth, like we kiss, and then I exhale.
Oh, like weed?
Yeah.
Bro, it's weed, not a cigarette though. Weed.
But I like- it's still smoke, you know?
Nah, dude, cigarettes have a way worse. Like, there's something about that.
That one's not cute to do.
Nah, smoking weed is kind of.
We gotta try it.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you gotta try it first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
you haven't. If you haven't tried it, bro.
When we drive together, we should do it.
Yeah. Why'd you go? We're playing nervous, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my dilemma. And then I was like, yeah, maybe. I was like, maybe I'd be willing to unfollow this. Then I was like, nah, I wouldn't be. That'd be like, nah.
Don't do that.
No.
All right, Daniel,
Why?
you meet the love of your life.
Yes.
She like changes you.
All right.
You like
How?
feel yourself becoming a better person too.
I'm already the best version of me. Dude,
Nah,
I
bro,
don't-
like the one you want to be. You know?
I don't want. Here's the thing, dude. A girl is not going to make me the best version of me. It's only going to be me that's going to do that. You know.
Yeah.
a clone of you.
You feel
that
me?
you have sex with.
Oh, dude. The only clone of me that I'm going to have sex with is Vince Caldera, dude.
Wait, what does that even mean?
We're not even cloned.
Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I could clone Vince's cheeks.
So,
Just his cheeks, bro.
Just this cheek.
Just his cheeks, man. Just so I could just be like,
so the way you broke it down is you make yourself a clone of yourself, so it acts like you, but it just looks like Vince.
bro. In
That's what
every
you're
single
saying.
way.
Imagine his brain in my body.
Yeah, bro, that'd be crazy.
That'd be nuts.
That
dude.
would be nuts. Imagine
Bro.
the pipe we would lay.
I could change a tire.
Yeah, we could change the world.
I
dude.
could change a tire. That'd be crazy.
All right, so I would. This girl would change me. Look, and I love love. You know me. Uh-huh.
She like, and it's
But
it's
I
more
don't-
of a thing that she's adding on to you
I mean,
rather than
she's
like.
improved. Yeah, she's making me a better version. I don't.
But she's like,
I don't like
honestly,
the
this-
idea of
this
like.
Drake music that you listen to is so childish.
Oh no, I wouldn't be able to. I was already like people I've gone out with that are just like, you like Drake, and I'm like, yeah, I like Drake, and they're just like, really, and I'm like, this isn't gonna.
Really?
Yeah, this isn't gonna fly.
See, I'm okay going out with people that haven't like had the same music taste as me.
No, they could like you could. We could have different types of music taste, but if you just actively dislike things that I like, enjoy a lot, I feel like that's a big like thing, you know, or act like yuck someone's yum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoy Drake a lot, and I'm sure there's a beautiful girl out there for me that likes Drake. You know,
I like what Drake likes.
I like what Drake likes, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna like a girl that likes Drake because we're probably gonna like the same vibes, dude. Like having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna like. I'm trying to think of like what my vibe is. I like every vibe, dude. You know me. Me and Vince have the same type of woman. Or Vince always used to say this thing like his type and skanks, whores, sluts. That's what Vince always used to say.
You would? You'd say that?
He'd always say that.
Yeah. I always say that. It's like, yeah, Yeah, it's like a litmus test. I'm like,
My type is literally Liv Morgan from the WWE or Tiffany Stratton. It's literally just.
I just imagine they're hot.
It's literally just WWE wrestlers. That's it. Just somebody who's athletic.
Dominic Guerrero.
Yeah, well, the one that's going out with Dominic.
Oh,
Not Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley too. Like literally, just anybody in the WWE is just me who I'll end up with.
so
or
really,
the girl from Love Lies Bleeding.
Oh, the
really
buff one? The
buff
buff one?
Yeah.
I'd go out with the buff girl too.
Yeah,
I do think a girl like I like an athletic woman for sure.
have you gone out with like a buff chick before?
Yeah, not gone out with, but like
What do
Got
you?
it
What
top?
is?
no. I mean, I've
You guys arm wrestled, huh?
I've had relations with like people that are buff.
Imagine
yeah.
like tough chicks. You just like do the most masculine shit.
Yeah.
You like arm wrestle. You
Play jujitsu,
Dude, yeah, I was
Do
strong.
you guys believe Tom Brady's ex-wife is like
oh man,
is dating her jujitsu coach?
he's pregnant by him.
He's pregnant.
She's pregnant by him.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He got in them guts, man. That must be.
Wow.
Brady's a
rough.
fucking loser, man.
Yeah, I mean, jujitsu is not my thing for sure.
Is that more grappling?
It's all grappling. Yeah, I like Muay Thai. 'Cause it's straight up like fucking
Chop?
No, actually, I don't even like chop. It's straight up like brutal. It's like you just kick the shit out of people.
Oh my god.
You elbow them and then kill them.
Would you be good in a street fight?
Me?
Yeah.
Bro, you know how people? That's like how people think about the Roman Empire all the time. That's that thing
That's
that
what
they,
he
that
thinks
men.
about
You know how
street
people
fighting.
that thing the Roman Empire, like men think about the Roman Empire once a week. I think about the street fight every day.
Oh, really? I think
yeah.
about stopping school shootings all the time.
Really? Yeah, the school shooter will stop you. They'll be like, "How are you?
Nah,
how
I
are
have
you-"
a plan.
Really? Yeah, you guys will both try shooting up the school at the same time.
You
I'd
just, like,
block his
work
bullets
together.
with my bullets. It'd be like
Was that wanted?
I think they do that. Yeah, where the bullets
They
hit
like
each
curve
other.
the bullet. No.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
But they also like shoot at each other's bullets.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's like, bro, just shoot the other fucking guy. So much work in that movie. Dude, I always tried curving Nerf guns because of that movie.
I think you could curve a Nerf gun.
You can mod Nerf guns.
Bro, I always tried, but I always ended up shooting.
Your uncle is starting modern Nerf guns, right?
Yeah, my uncle, like, he bought a Nerf gun. I don't even know if he bought it. He has a Nerf gun. He spray painted it black, so it looks like a regular gun. But it's cartoonishly long. So if you're like, is that a Nerf gun? And then he put like an attachment at the end of it. He put like a knife, and it's really sharp. It looks like a bayonet, yeah.
Bro, what are we doing? Let's just get him a real gun.
Yeah.
Why are we fucking
Yeah.
around?
Let
Yeah,
him fucking run
you're
that
right.
shit again. Let's take a quick commercial break, folks, and we'll be right back. We are back with another fucking insane half a sleepover. Vince, you wanted to talk about aliens. were you?
Before we started, Daniel said, I'm too good to women.
No, I
He's like, I'm
I
the
said
best ally to women.
I am very much an ally to women for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm probably the most pro ally woman at this table.
Sure.
Well, because there's not much room on the table, so I guess you're right.
yeah, that's true.
I do the most, dude.
You're the most pro and the least pro
Yeah,
person for women
I
on that
stand
table.
up for women all the time, dude. Vince does. He stands up to women all the time. Yeah.
That's funny.
And Lewis stands in the front of in front of women.
in their way. I get in
We're
their
trying
way.
to
Stands in
leave.
their way.
We're trying to escape.
I get in their way.
Oh no, but tomorrow's.
He's like, Lewis is like, do you feel the poison coursing through your body?
I've always wondered about this thing where if you're walking and then there's a girl in front of you but she's walking too slow, like do you just do the thing where you kind of hang back or do you like just rush past walking?
You're like, hey, hurry it up.
Hurry it
Yeah.
up.
Hurry it up.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm
gonna tickle you.
I'm gonna tickle you. What is that? I think I talked about this last time, but there's this meme of Ronald Reagan where it's like the 7 scariest words in the American language or whatever, or it's me, the tickle monster. I'm gonna get you.
Is that Ronald Reagan?
Yeah, he
It's
said
like
that.
Bro, honestly, I believe it, dude. I don't know. Tomorrow's a big day for America, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're voting.
The record. This is the very first time I'm going to show up to the polls. Actually, I usually give the ballot to my sister and I say fill this out, and then I just
I'm gonna be honest. The polls kind of suck. It feels like the DMV.
really. But I want to stare people down. I want to look at these people who are fucking.
Yeah.
Because dude, more people are showing face right now. I've been seeing people say like Poppy Trump and like some people like showing themselves. And look, if you're voting for Trump, dude, I don't. Do you? I guess.
Yeah.
I don't love Kamala. I like the other guy. The other guy seems cool.
Joe Biden.
Waltz?
No, Waltz. Waltz seems like a cool. He seems like a real ass dude. But Kamala, she has her ups and downs. But but I don't like Tony Hinchcliffe. that fucking really sold me. I was like, this guy sucks so much ass.
What an absolute loser.
What a fucking absolute bum. The Sleepover does not. We hate Kill Tony on this fucking pod.
We do.
Now that what's his name isn't on that show, I could openly say I fucking hate that
Who's
show.
on the show?
Joel.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Why is he not on there anymore?
he hasn't been on that show.
He's
in a
Puerto
minute.
Rican, bro.
He works at the store. He's not on that show, right? He's not in the band.
He's not.
I don't think
no.
so.
Yeah, so he's not on that show. So now I can openly say that show sucks.
It is crazy. It was like a popular show despite him.
Tony.
Yeah.
Bro, people just want Vince. You watch that show more than us. What do you?
Yeah, I've actually seen it a lot. I would watch it a lot.
What do you think? My sister will tell me that there's people at her, like there's a guy at her job that just watches that show all the time. What is it about this show?
I watched it because although, and this is the brief devil's advocate on it.
Yeah.
It is pretty accessible, where like literally anybody can go up on the show and get a following, and
Yeah.
it seemed fair in that way. But also, it kind of seemed like a circus where it's like people are just kind of like taking advantage and exploiting people because
Yeah.
of their differences, and that doesn't feel right, And I mean, you have 1 minute, and people have argued like you can't be funny in a minute. I think it is possible, but also like to have that expectation is pretty harsh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked watching it because I saw a lot of people kind of like analyze comedy in different ways, and I want to see what made those groups of people laugh. And
if you had the minute,
What joke do you run?
I think I know what joke you should do, but I want to see what you would do.
well, the thing is, like for that, I feel like, and I wouldn't like to do this. I feel like I'd have to pander and do jokes that I think that they would like.
What
So it'd be stuff like in the vein of like. When I was in high school, I did this really embarrassing thing. I accidentally called my teacher mom.
So you do your fucking closer.
Yeah, I do my closer. I did my closer in the 1 minute. Yeah, but jokes like that, or it doesn't feel like authentic to me.
I feel
I
like
just think the idea of judging comedy is innately retarded.
yeah.
Yeah,
like, that is-
by someone who's not good at comedy.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially. It's just if everything is subjective, but comedy especially feels subjective. Like
Yeah.
you can put on some music and people can be like, all right, I objectively like can see that it sounds good,
Even with music, it's hard to do that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But with stand up, it's like either someone thinks it's funny or they don't.
yeah. No, I get that.
I also don't like that. Like the thing is that he's just like a mean person, because like anyone can really be mean.
Did I tell you Robbie's story about Tony
Good one?
Hinchcliffe? Yeah.
No.
I think he told it in the pod, so I don't think he'll mind me sharing this.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get the details wrong. But I'll tell my own. I'll tell
I'm
my
gonna
own
tell the
version.
story.
That's
that
never
might-
stopped Daniel before.
Hey, dude, I love spreading misinformation on the internet, but I think it was Skankfest or some type of thing, and some people were crowd surfing or something along these lines. Something like that happened, and I think Robbie crowd surfed, and then Tony Hinchcliffe ran in, or he did something like that. Let's say Robbie crowd surfed, and Tony Hinchcliffe ran up, and he said, "You are not famous enough to do that," or something along those lines.
He ran to him and said that.
He said something like, "You're not famous enough to like do this," and he said like, "Jeff Ross is here." And I know those are the most important parts of the story. He said, like, "You're not famous enough to do this. Jeff Ross is here." And I was like, what is wrong with this fucking weasel?
It's crazy.
A weasel of a man.
Yeah, you have to have had fucked a kid to crowd surf, huh?
I feel
Oh,
like
shit. Yeah.
even then, like I do think that Jeffrey Ross is funny, but I'm like, me having liked comedy for so long, that's not gonna be a person where I'm like, hey, you're great. I'm just gonna be like, oh, he's over there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, I'll just dap up people, man. But that's great, man. Tony Hinchcliffe, I hate their own part of, like, I went to the Comedy Store today, and I don't love going there.
Yeah.
And people say I always got to hang out there, but something that really just grinds my gears is like the romanticization of that fucking place.
Yeah.
Like Tony Hinchcliffe saying like, I used to sleep behind the Comedy Store, and now I'm at the Madison Square Garden. It's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Dude.
Also, majority of the time, like it's packed, but I see the crowds that go there, and I'm like, oh, it's just tourists.
Yeah, it's all.
These aren't people I should care about
Yeah.
for my stand-up.
Well, I'll say there's some good crowds and stuff. I mean, crowd is a crowd. Get people out. Whoever is paying, if somebody's paying me money to perform, I'll tell you some jokes.
Yeah.
But Tony Hinchcliffe is a fucking weasel, and I don't want the.
He's a rat face.
He's a rat face, and I wouldn't want the Kill Tony fans because they seem mean, and I don't want a mean fan base. I'd rather
Like Vince.
Yeah, all my fans are mean, man. My fans, they throw shit at the stage.
It is weird.
Yeah.
You're
I
stupid.
know you're laughing. I can't see you doing it, but I can feel it.
You guys have never experienced this shit, but I've like
Someone threw shit.
No,
Someone
I've had like a fan. I don't know. Like when I was in Texas, like you meet fans, and then I'm like, oh shit, is this the people that like my shit?
Oh, go on. Finish your thing, and then you remind me of something.
This dude is like, I'm like, he's like, man, your stuff was like my favorite shit. I'm like, oh, dude, thank you so much. I'm like, where are you from? He's like, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, home birthplace of the Confederacy. And I was like, you could have just said Richmond, Virginia, my boy. I think you could have just left
Hey,
it.
if I'm from a small town, I'm gonna bring up what makes us famous. I don't care what it is.
I would have just been.
My town has the biggest bean on this side of the Mississippi. I'm gonna bring that shit up.
Damn, I was like, hell yeah, brother. The South will rise again. And I was like, fuck, dude, is this who likes my? But I'm like, a fan is a fan, you know.
Yeah.
I did this show in Chicago for Ralph, and this guy.
Talk your shit.
Well, this woman actually, she came up to me afterwards. She's like, "Hey, I really liked your set. I've seen you before. I really love that eating ass joke." And I'm just like, that's not what I want people to remember me for.
That's
not the joke that
bro.
I want people to like.
That's the only thing I remember, actually.
And I made that joke because I felt so frustrated because of like these. Sometimes I'll do jokes in front of people and I feel like they're fucking idiots.
Sometimes I think this dude hates being a comedian, bro. Sometimes I think he hates it.
And sometimes I do.
Wait, why
because
do you
I'm sure
think
that you
that?
hate it.
Because Vince is like, I hate that they're laughing at this joke, and I'm like, bro, we're supposed to make them laugh, and that's it. We don't have to.
I started in a different scene of comedy though.
Yeah,
like
we don't have to teach them. We're there. Like, let's say most people work at jobs that they fucking hate, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that is all they're gonna do. That's it. They work at 9 hours. They hate their job. It's a Friday night. They're there to get fucked up. That is what they're there, and it is our job to give them a reason to get fucked up and to have a good time.
Sure, but I think you can still do that and not sacrifice being yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm naive thinking this, but I would like to believe that the audience is smarter than I think they are.
But that is not. But that is still yourself. The Vince that I know is still making those stupid ass jokes. That is still
Vince,
a part of you.
Tried humping the stool?
No, my
you're
God,
so
I haven't thought
stupid.
about that. Yeah,
No, you don't have to hump the stool, but those jokes are still. Those are still you.
I should bring 2 stools on stage.
Yeah.
Well, I think-
Wait, what if those stools start to hump each other?
I think Vince is coming from the perspective of people should be able to enjoy both jokes and realize that the eating ass joke is not meant to be serious in any
But that's
way,
what
shape,
it's
or form.
supposed to be fun. I mean, that's why it's so funny because Vince goes up there and he said, but Vince once has done this thing. We're getting the nitty gritty of comedy right here, folks. Vince did this. Vince did the jokes out of order once. We did the silly shit first, and he did the serious stuff at the end, or like the more written stuff. The set did not work. So Vince has to do the more written stuff in the beginning, and then he does the silly shit at the end. And they're like, "Wait, this guy is doing the silly shit, and he was just so serious before, and now it's hitting so much harder." Which is why I think if you did the silly shit on Kill Tony, I don't think it would work. I think if you did the gangster bit on Kill Tony, that shit would crush.
Wow.
I legitimately forgot the gangster bit.
The gangster bit would fucking destroy.
Yeah, it's in the vault right now.
The gangster bit on Kill Tony would probably get a standing
the
ovation.
Disney vault? You're like, that shit ain't coming back out.
Just wait till the fucking album is out. I'll be like, "Are you single?" And I'm like, "Nah, dog. Album. Album on the way."
I mean, do you guys ever have that where you feel like you have to do a certain kind of joke? I mean, like when you perform at places, right? Obviously, it's like reading the room, right? That's basically what that is. But do you ever get frustrated by the way that you have to?
Probably the reverse. When I had to do stuff like on the East Side, where I'm like, I don't even fucking want to talk about this gay shit.
See, and I prefer East Side crowds over like the more ratchet crowds.
Really? I like crowds that fucking pay money. That's why.
I feel like I also like the
Getting
East Side
paid.
stuff because I can be more vulnerable. Like if something is going bad and you acknowledge it, then they're like, okay, like he notices it too. But like if you do that like at like a club or something, people are like, they kind of like feel bad for you in a way. But like the other crowds will recognize like, oh, this isn't going the way that it's supposed to, but they're making it work.
I'm like, eat me alive, bro. If this shit ain't working, just fucking kill me, dude. It's like a kill or be killed world.
Sometimes
dude.
there's moments where like the crowd just sucks all around, even for like the headliner too.
Yeah, and that place is called Irvine.
Actually, yeah, that is very true. Those crowds suck so
Damn,
much.
yeah.
It's called Irvine, baby.
Yeah.
And everybody.
Those are
was-
the people I don't care about.
Irvine.
They
no.
could like me even less.
Now
Orange
they're-
County, I've had trouble there too, because like I feel like I have solid like jokes, but they like for whatever reason just like withhold it so much.
Yeah.
How do you think our show's gonna go on Wednesday?
Well, that's
Oh,
in
I've been
Fresno,
hearing,
right?
yeah.
That'll be good.
You just
That'll be
got-
You think
good.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well,
crap?
the
Really?
place
Places like in the middle of nowhere are usually pretty good.
This motherfucker, you already think the show is not going to go. We're driving 6 hours. Put that shit
Well,
in
the
your
Yankees
door.
are going to be there,
But
so
yeah,
be careful.
I already talked to everybody. They said the show is hot. I talked to, what's his name, Joseph today. Adam Chong said the show was good.
Who's Joseph?
I hate to say it, but
Huh.
that's just adding more pressure to me.
What?
If you say it's going to be good, that means I'm not going to do well.
No. I keep on almost saying this word, bro, because you keep, every time you get me mad. Why are you like this?
I'd rather have no stakes and then do well.
No. This is something I want to talk about. Part of me almost wants to talk about this off air because I'm so genuinely serious. But I don't hear. I'm gonna take a sip of water.
Yeah.
You spilled your water. You kicked
I'm
your
glad,
water.
I'm glad that we're going on a trip together because I don't know when the last time we all did that was.
Maybe Disneyland.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we didn't even tell jokes there.
Disneyland is a lovely place, dude. A place.
It's too political.
It's too. It's not
Damn.
political enough, actually.
It kind of is really political.
I mean-
You think so?
I think so.
How?
I think there's like a part of it where you're like, you kind of like the people that are there, you're like, oh, they're like conservative.
Oh, it's in Orange County, yeah.
Yeah. But like even like the touristy people,
Mhm.
I feel like you can kind of feel that.
Who do you think can afford Disneyland?
Well, I mean, no one can
No,
really.
no, I mean,
a lot of
like-
people go into debt.
If you're, well, who do you think has more money? Like a conservative?
I think, yeah.
I would have thought more democratic leaning people had
More
more
money?
money. Yeah.
I think than conservative.
Yeah.
I feel like conservative for sure. That's
Well,
why
I
they-
feel like conservative people don't go to. Well, I don't know.
That's why like, they have more money because they're
No,
that's
they just spend their money stupidly.
what- conservatives.
Yeah.
I think like once everybody's liberal until they get fucking money, and then they're like, oh shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of different. I'm thinking like red hat conservatives. Is that what you're thinking of?
I'm thinking like just conservative in general. Like whenever I go to like Orange County or like Catalina Island, I'm like, oh, I see the Trump flag. When I see a yacht, I'm like, Trump flag.
That's such a crazy way to like, such a simple way to fucking make your boat look so bad.
What?
Having
flag?
the flag, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I had a boat, I'm for sure putting an American flag. The colors are hot. I like.
Nah,
the
you got
Ameri-
to think of the name. The name's the biggest part.
Yeah. I feel like the
The
name,
pickle Rick.
the pickle Rick, the pickle Rick, dude. The
I would want to have like a mermaid, like a siren on the front part of the thing.
Oh, cool.
That
See, I
seems
want
fun.
actual sails on my boat.
what kind of boat? Like the Black Pearl.
I like the cut of your jib.
Hmm?
That's like I like your style.
Yeah. I need a poop tag, you know.
Oh shit. For
Yeah,
anal?
but I want a black. I want a black pearl looking chip, you know.
Yeah, dude. I want to be like Davy Jones.
Oh yeah, the tentacle face and shit.
Oh, dude, imagine that guy going down on a girl, dude. Oh my god, dude. He
Damn.
would have gotten Keira Knightley. He would have went crazy on that 17-year-old girl.
She was only 17 in the first one.
That's why Vince loves that movie.
I've never seen Pirates of the
You
Caribbean.
haven't?
He actively.
No, I've been on the ride.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
I
there's-
lived it.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I love that ride. Boy, I have.
You
I mean,
best start believing in.
ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
There we go.
I mean, dude,
The quotes that live in your head are just so funny.
that's one of my favorite.
What movies do you quote a lot? I watched Jurassic Park last night, and I can quote the fuck out of that movie.
Oh, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I feel like I quote
They
songs.
remember.
Life finds a way.
I say life finds a way a lot. I quote songs a lot. I say every day above ground is a great day, probably the most.
Isn't that Pitbull?
Jurassic Park?
Yeah, Pitbull
what
and
was
Jurassic
Pitbull.
Park. Jurassic Park. I had training day for sure. Probably. You think you can do this shit to me? Every time a clip flops, I'm just like that. You think you could do this to me?
You really are in your flop era.
Honestly, yeah, dude. We're in if I'm in my flop era, we're in my flop era, dude. The fucking locomotive in this bitch, dude. You know. All right. Well, let's take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Or this might be the. Let's do.
This will be our third break.
This will be the. Oh, this might be the end of the episode then.
We
Wow.
need a strong ending.
Yeah.
Strong.
Oh, Vince, you wanted to talk about aliens.
Oh yeah, it's
I
all
don't know
about
if it's
alien.
gonna live up to what I say.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Right
Aliens.
before we recorded.
Let me bring it in. All right. So I've been watching a lot of alien stuff and about how like people get abducted and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like imagine aliens. All right, hold on. Imagine aliens abduct Diddy, right? They're like, why is this guy so slippery? You know, he keeps falling off the table. Like an alien's like, go get him. Yeah, they can't. Like, did you probe this guy?
He
already?
tried and probe them.
Yeah, he tries to probe them. Yeah. And Diddy still has the one towel from the hotel.
Yesterday, Vince texted our group chat being like, in all seriousness, if you guys saw aliens, would you tell anyone? And my response was no, because I think you guys would make fun of me.
That's funny.
Can you mad?
Like we gaslight you?
If
I
I
could see
told you guys
that.
I genuinely saw an alien, what would be your first reaction?
I probably wouldn't believe you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even if I was very vivid about everything I saw.
I probably wouldn't believe you because you do these practical jokes all the time. You
Well-
make
that's
you
true,
make fun of
yeah.
me for like believe. You'd be like, you really believe me? I'd be like,
You
no, I'm not
fucking
falling
idiot,
for this
yeah.
shit again, bro. Like, yeah, you saw Kanye West too. I'm not falling for this shit.
It'd
We
be
were
very
18 when that
Yeah,
very
bro.
the
I'm
boy
not
who cried wolf.
Fucking yeah. You guys blew your opportunity. Yeah, show me a photo and then I'll actually.
So what if Vince and I both said we saw aliens together?
That's what happened last night. Yeah, Melvin was there too. I'm not falling for this shit.
Melvin's probably as tall as an alien.
Yeah,
honestly.
bro.
All right, then if you saw an alien, would you tell us?
Huh? Yeah, bro. I'd probably smoke that food. He'd probably skedaddle. I'd be like, scram.
Yeah, you were like, did the alien say anything to you? And he's like, yeah, he said the hot dog was $10 now.
Bro, I'd beat his ass, dude. I curb stomped his ass.
The hot dog's like, why are you following these OF people?
Dude. Nah, I'd give him imagine an alien at Dodger Stadium.
There's plenty of them.
Oh, dude. I want to bring one of those little
Go
aliens,
off.
like the little, like, you know, the ones with the head, the big heads. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Roswell aliens. Just
Yeah.
put a Dodger hat, put him in a seat, just let him watch the game. You know,
Yeah.
let him enjoy life, bro. Imagine them trying to like arrest Diddy.
I think
at the
it's-
FBI. How slippery he'd be too.
I was realizing this on the way over, but it's pretty funny that we didn't have a Halloween episode
I thought about
because
it
I
today.
think we're always talking about spooky shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're always
All
just
the
the Halloween podcast.
I thought about putting on the fucking weekend costume, but I was like, I don't feel like.
Well,
now
you're the
that's
only
just
one.
another fucking thing in your closet,
now
right?
it's- Yeah, now it's just another outfit.
You
Well,
would never
what's
wear
fun
it
is you
to a
can just
wedding?
wear it like on a regular day.
I wore it to get. I literally wore that costume to get a burrito on Halloween, and then I just came right home, and that was all I did for Halloween.
I forgot about
They're
Halloween.
like, that gay guy bought another burrito.
Yeah, I just got it to.
Like, hey, nice costume, man.
I got it to shove it up my ass, and that was it. And then there was like $9. It was like, oh no, I'm in costume. It was like, we know, and I was like, I thought it was like $6. I was like, isn't it
Where'd you go get a burrito?
Chipotle?
Wow,
It's-
what the fuck?
It's supposed to be $6 for.
Go to somewhere authentic, bro.
It's $6 for a costume burrito. It's the deal.
They had a deal.
The burrito.
That's actually pretty solid, I think.
the shit
right?
used to be free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? If you went in costume, they give you free food?
Yeah, we used to get a free burrito.
Oh.
No, yeah, dude. I'm like, every homeless person should have dressed up as a homeless motherfucker, or dressed up as a dude.
They dress like you?
dressed up as a dude with a house. What a day!
What a day, guys.
What a day we've
What a
had.
glorious day.
What a day. All right, folks. Well, this has been another glorious episode of Sleepover Pod. We're about to record the Patreon. If you love this, tune into the Patreon. We're so excited to have you. I've been Danny Cabral.
I'm Vince Caldera.
I'm Luis Lamus.
See you guys next time.